utilize the skills that God has placed in them. Because a lot of times we end up doing things, and let me put y'all over here because I'm finna get ready to go. I've already did most of the stuff that needs to be done in here. But God, sometimes people do things that God did not create us to do, and then we end up self-sabotaging, like just in destruction because we're not doing what God has put in us, right? So we make it a lot harder for ourselves, and people don't understand that, and it shouldn't be hard. Like, whatever your purpose is not going to be hard, and you're going to have so much joy doing it. And I'm going to dive deeper into it. I'm just trying to get myself together. But give me 1 second, y'all. Because y'all know I am very obedient when God tells me to do something. So a lot of times I just pick it up because he said to. Even if I'm not ready, if I'm not camera ready, if I'm still doing stuff, I'll pick it up and just keep talking to y'all. And then when I sit down, we'll really get into our conversation. But figure out your purpose and go with it. Like, don't sit on it. I'll be right back. Y'all gonna be in silence for a minute. I might cut it out. Most likely I won't. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Y'all, I have to be very intentional with my water, so I had to grab it before I sit down in my little area, because if I don't, then I won't drink all of the water that I'm supposed to drink. My cup is already like about right here, so I just need a 4. Shoot, I'm tired today. I don't know what's up, Camila. Okay, but y'all, let me lower y'all right now. How y'all looking over there? Let's scoot y'all over. I think that's about right. Okay. Hello, my lovelies. Okay. But yeah, your purpose. I probably could lower y'all a little bit more. Y'all will be all right. Y'all can see me. That's the important part. And really ain't even seeing me is the important part. It's about being able to hear me. Right? Okay, but I was talking about purpose, and we all have a purpose. This is my purpose right here, and I'm very passionate about it. And that's what I wanted to talk about, is your purpose. And then I'm going to dive into other things too, because anybody who know me knows I'm somebody who's very transparent about my life. I share. It ain't nothing that has went on in my life that I am ashamed of. Nothing. Am I telling y'all every little thing that's going on in my life as it is today? No. It's certain things that I'm praying to God about that I don't need man to know about my life. So I'm not sharing every single detail, but I do share what I feel led to share. Now, my past, I'm going to be very transparent. I will share every single thing about my past. One of my baby daddies, the father of one of my children, let me rephrase that. He's on my platform. He watches my videos. He actually is one of my supporters. I have said things about him, and he's went on the comments and said that he messed up and he take full responsibility. He has went on to my platform, and when I talk about a broken person, he commented up under it and said he was. So, and I'm saying all this to say, even my mom, I have said stuff about my childhood, but my mom still supports me and follows me. Like she's literally said to me out of her mouth just a couple of weeks ago, some of the stuff that you say, it hurts me, but it's the truth. It's the truth. you know, and that's what I'm going to do. So anybody who is a part of my past or in my current, I am going to be very transparent. Because if I can get on here and say things about myself, that's the truth about the world, to the world, about me. If you have a problem with me sharing about you, I don't know what to tell you. Because whatever God leads me to say, that's what I'm going to say. So if something has happened in my life and I haven't said anything about it, it's because God hasn't led me to say it. But I don't know if 2 years down the line he will, or tomorrow he will. I am going to be transparent because God, this is God right here. I'm doing this for God. I'm not doing it for myself. I was somebody who kept my life. I would never be on social media just saying stuff. I would not. It's not me. It's not how I roll, but it's me now. It wasn't me. Let me rephrase that. Because God is instructing me to do it, and because I can save somebody. So I'm not embarrassed about anything that I have done, anything that I have went through with my kids' fathers, anything I have went through in a relationship, anything I've went through with family, anything that I have went through with my mother, with co-workers, with friends, with random people on the street. I'm not ashamed of any of it because it's going to help somebody. Whatever you are going through or you have been through, trust me, you're not the last person nor the first that will go through it. And sometimes it takes you speaking up about the situation to help another person out of it. Don't ever be ashamed of who you are. Ever be ashamed of who you are, because you have a chance to grow from it when you allow God to lead you. And I also have realized nothing that I went through was done in vain. Every situation that I went through in my life was done for a reason, and it was done because of the purpose that God has on my life. The reason I went through it is because I'm someone who loves to talk, so I'm going to speak about it, and I'm going to help somebody else that was going through that same, that is or was going through that same circumstance or something similar. And when they see, oh, she's still standing, she has a glow about her, she's looking happy in this season, and she's going through a lot. When they see that, it's going to encourage them to push forward. That's why I do it, and that's why I'm saying to walk in your purpose. Your purpose may not be the same as my purpose, but you have a purpose. Everyone has a purpose. God is not just creating us to sit still and not speak and not do anything and not make a change in the world and not advocate for him. You have a purpose. What it may look like, I don't know, but you have one, and you have to believe and trust in God, because sometimes that purpose may be something that you're very uncomfortable with. But God, he will give you the tools that you need. He'll put everything in place the way that it needs to be put in place. Trust me, like they say, God don't tell lies. He's not going to lie. So every promise that he made you, he will fulfill it, but you have to walk through that door. You have to walk through the door. Now, and I'm going to say this, I'm not somebody who can quote scriptures and tell you to turn to Matthew 3, and I ain't that person. But I can definitely fill you up with some knowledge about what he will do and who he is and what he has embedded in you. I can definitely do that. I can definitely do that. And all I'm saying is walk into it. Walk into your purpose. Stop sitting still and beating yourself up because of what your past was. Stop doing it. Even if your past is your current, what your current is, because I'm not walking all sanctified and holy right now. I still make mistakes. Every day is a struggle. Every day is a struggle. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I go to Bible study twice a week, on Tuesdays and on Wednesdays. Go to church on Sundays. Now I'm going to be going to church every Saturday. But these two, I ain't even going to tell no stories. These last couple of days, even with Bible study, it has been when I tell y'all it's been a struggle. I was trying to find every excuse. I went to Bible study on Tuesday. I do that online on Facebook with a different church. But I love their Bible study. I love their Bible study, so I make sure I tune in every Tuesday, 7:30. I'm on. Struggle for me. It was a struggle. I was like, why do I not want to do this? Like, I enjoy it. But I also know that's the devil, because as I get stronger and more obedient and more faithful, doing all of these things, then the devil just come talking in my ear and telling me, oh, you don't need to do this. Why don't you go on and do this? So I was on Bible study, right? I'm on Bible study, good old word. I think it was a good word, y'all. I'm sure, I know it was. I can't remember what it was though, okay? So I'm on Bible study. My phone rings. I see it's my pastor. And I'm like, okay, was he trying to call? Because the phone hung up. So I'm like, if he was trying to call, he'll call me back. So I'm still in Bible study. And mind you, the devil's still working at me. He is on me. Like, just get out. I'm on Bible study, but I'm still looking at stuff and doing other things. Like, I'm just all over the place. And so my pastor called me back. And that was God, because I was all over the place with just doing it. And it was my pastor. He called back. I answered the phone. And he asked me, because Bible study, I think it was about 7:45, maybe 8 o'clock. I had probably earlier than that, probably 7 something. And he was like, I know it's late. I wasn't trying to bother you. But I'm like, no, I was at Bible study. And he's saying, oh, well, let me let you go, baby, since you at Bible study. Go on and do your Bible. And I'm like, no, I can go back and watch it. Because now in my head, I'm like, okay, it's my pastor. He's going to talk about church. So I'm still getting what I need. And he's probably about to, God probably sent him in this moment, because I'm fighting the devil right now. And whatever my pastor's about to say, I probably need it just to get me over this hump, right? I ain't told my pastor that. I just kind of be quiet now, because that's something God did do. Normally, I would just go into, but it's just like, listen at him. And he actually called to ask me a question. I answered the question, and we just talked, and he just poured into me. Every time, y'all, this is crazy. You know what? I'll be crying every time. Okay, but he just basically poured in me and was just what I needed in that moment. And he actually talked about, and I'm getting a lot of confirmation about my YouTube channel and Facebook. And he did talk about that a little bit, and, just encouraging me. And that's what I needed in that moment. And sometimes for me, I don't realize what I need until after I get it, I receive it. And sometimes it's a day or two later. Like right now, I'm just now realizing I needed him to call me in that moment, because I was struggling. And sometimes I do just doubt. And it's crazy. And I say this all the time, because, I still forgot to get the Kleenex box out of the garage, but I looked right at it. So I'm going to go grab some tissue. But it's crazy, because he always, let me grab the tissue. I'm going to remember though. I am going to remember what I'm about to say. Okay, but it's crazy, because he always calls me at the right time, and what he's talking about is always what I need in that moment. I'm gonna bring y'all up a little closer, because I'm gonna sit back. Okay, now, but what I was saying is, he called, and I didn't know that I needed what he gave me. I just knew it's been hard. This week has been hard for me to just be faithful. And what you guys have to realize is it's a struggle when God is calling you to do something, like me posting all the time. And it looks like it's easy, but it's not. It's not easy being so open and just sharing like this. So sometimes you just have to have people to just tell you what you're doing is what you're supposed to be doing. Keep going. It doesn't matter what it looks like to you. If you feel like it's not where you want it to be, or you feel like you're not helping anyone, you definitely is. And I know that I am helping people, because they're telling me. And even if they weren't telling me, I feel it. God has told me that this is helping people, right? So when he called me, I needed that in the moment, and I probably didn't need the Bible study. And I haven't went back and watched the Bible study yet, so I have to go back and watch it. But um it was just crazy because I was struggling. I was definitely struggling, and I even struggled yesterday with my actually my church family. It was our Bible study night, and I try to participate even if I don't know all of the hold on, y'all. Y'all tired of me. I gotta let my dog out. Alicia, I think she had to go to the restroom. Come on. So, shoot. But yeah, so even when the Bible study with them too, it was like, do I want to log in? And that's the time that you need it the most, though. When you're having those doubts, and it's like, do I want to go to church, or do I want to go do this? Do I want to go ahead and watch this video? Do I want to wake up this morning? And that's when you need it the most, because your mind is fighting between the devil and God, and we need to let that devil know God has more power than you, right? So I did log on yesterday. I did it. I shared it out like I always did. I did all of the things that I needed to do just to know that I was being obedient and doing what God is instructing me to do. But y'all, everybody has a purpose. We all have a purpose, and we have to walk in our purpose. Don't be ashamed of your story. Like, and I'm very open with things on my platform, because I feel like it's so important. Um, I'm never going to say that I did everything the right way. I'm not ever going to say that I have perfect children. I'm not ever going to say that I'm the perfect woman. I'm not ever going to say that I have chosen the perfect man to be in my life. I'm never going to say that I've always made the best decisions for me, my children, for anybody that I've ever been with. I'm not ever going to say, if I was in a relationship, only that person messed up. Camila did nothing wrong. Yes, I screwed up in relationships. Yes, I am not the perfect mother. Yes, I am not the perfect child of God. Yes, I am not the perfect daughter. Yes, I am not the perfect co-worker. Yes, I am not the perfect supervisor. If I'm supervised over somebody, like, I'm not perfect at anything. And when I have failed at something, or something has failed in my life, or a relationship has failed, or I've had issues with family, it wasn't just because of those people. I also played a role in it. And it's called holding yourself accountable. And it's so important that you do that, because a lot of times people don't do that. You only point the finger at others, and we have to look at ourselves. If we won't change, we have to hold ourselves accountable. Like, we can't say I want change, but in order for me to change, I need for everybody else around me to change. No, you have to pray to God. And when I'm telling you, when you start praying to God and you start letting him move you and do what it is that he needs to do for you, it's a whole nother world that you have never seen. It's a whole nother world that you will never imagine. And I just want you guys to get it. Go for it. Go for it and be in your purpose. If you want to know how, so just take a moment. Just take a moment. Give me 10 seconds and just think about it. Most people, and I'm not saying people that go to church, listen at what I'm saying clearly. People of God. That doesn't mean it's the people that go to church every Sunday, because some of them they have some spirits in them that are not of God, and they're not okay. And it ain't a little bit. It ain't a little bit. But when we just think of the people, close your eyes and just think about it. The people that has made drastic transformation and allowed God to lead them. Just anybody, just think of someone that you knew in the past. You knew them in the past and now they're this totally different person since they started walking with God. Think about who they were before and what they look like now. What do they look like now? What does their life look like? Do you see that they're more happy? Do you see that they have blessings abundantly? And I'm not saying finances. Like, what do you see? Do you picture yourself with that? Do you picture yourself just being at peace, regardless of what circumstances are? Regardless of what they look like. You're at peace and you have joy. That's what happens when you start to follow God. It's a joy like you never can imagine. Like, I can't even explain it. I get chills. I can't say that, like the chills. And it's better than the best experience that you can even imagine when you just allow God, when you do what he's instructing you to do. And that's why I'm saying, and that's why I talk about it, because I want everybody to feel this. Like, no one should miss out on this opportunity. And sometimes you think that you're doing it and you think that you're right with God. And if you're not feeling joy, and I'm not talking about faking it. Yeah, because that's what a lot of y'all are doing. You're faking the joy. Oh, yeah, I'm happy. I'm glad. I ain't got to talk to her because I don't care. She can feel however she want to feel about it. And then, man, well, I'm good. I'm good. I got a relationship with God. I got a relationship with God. I be talking to God. I pray. I read my Bible. But as soon as somebody says something that you don't like, you ready to pop off. You ready to, both women and men, because if you still doing all this, and I was that chick too, I can do it, I'll listen to hand motions. I was that chick. And I'm happy and I got this and that and this. No, you doing that, you're definitely not happy. You're not happy. So that's what I'm saying. That's what the faking it is. Like when you're happy and somebody says or do something that you don't agree. Now, I'm not saying you won't pop out sometimes and you won't say some stuff, because trust me, I can be about that life at any given time, but I choose not to, because I choose to allow God to lead me. But trust me, I still got the same little spirits. They up in there, but it's about me allowing God to have the power over Satan. So that's what I'm saying. We all have it in us. But if you're like that all the time and can't nobody look at you, trash, somebody's at a red light and they ain't went because they not focused in, and you just holding down on the horn and you cussing, and that was me before. That's why I'm using that as an example. You cussing and you screaming like, God, I got stuff to do in it. Baby, no. That is not you letting God lead you. Like, God he is not telling you to be acting no fool and embarrassing yourself and along with your children, especially if you're a mama, because your kids in the car with you too. They nervous. They don't know what's about to happen. God ain't telling you to act no fool like that. Now, what happens if you at the light and you're a woman of God, or you trying to figure out your relationship with God, because we will have those triggers where we want to do it, but then we think about it and we be like, okay, Camila, because I do it with myself now. And I definitely had to check myself a lot with it in the past. But it's like, okay, Camila, it's a light. It's okay. You don't know what that person's going through. And that's the truth. You never know what somebody's going through. Let's talk about that. A lot of times when people are at lights, because I've been that person, and the light is green and they're there and they're still just sitting there, but they're looking at the light, they could have just lost somebody that they love. They're probably just got out of a horrible relationship and they really cared about the person. They could be in a bad place with their children. They could be in a bad place with their mother. They could have just lost their job. They could probably not be able to make ends meet. Like, you never know. So sometimes just a little soft bump, just to get their attention. And wait before you do it too. Like, you can give a person 5 to 10 seconds. Sometimes the light don't even be changed good. It still be in between red and green. It ain't even made it to the green all the way, and you honking down on the horn. And that's what I'm saying. Be patient. And if you somebody who just, you know what you should be doing and what you should not be doing. And we also have to extend ourselves grace. That's something else that I have realized. I'm not overworking myself for no man. And not a man like physically, he was a male. I'm talking about person. No person. I'm not doing it. I refuse to do it. I'm not doing it. So if I'm exhausted, I'm tired, I need time to pour into me, that comes first now. I used to didn't do that. It was me pouring into everybody else. I got to do what this person need. I got to do what this person need. Oh, you need this. She needs this. Oh, the kids got... Now, it ain't none of that. I am not doing it. I'm not doing it. I come first. I come first after God. I come first. Because yet again, I am not married. So I come first. And even when I do get married, because it's going to happen, I still come first. I'm going to submit, do all of that stuff. But if I have nothing to pour, I just ain't got it. And that's something else that we have to realize. Stop being the yes person all the time to every single thing. Weigh out what you can be the yes person to. One of my pastors at the church literally just talked to me about that. He just talked to me about that. And it's like, you know what? I needed to hear that. I needed to hear that. So now I'm not the yes person to a lot of things. And we have to also know when we need to speak and when we need to be quiet. Sometimes people have to fall on their face before they start taking your advice or before they start allowing you to lead. That's something else that I have realized, because I have a leadership quality. I like to lead. I like to make things easier for people. I'm an organized person, so I like to organize things, be very detailed. I don't like to rush things. I like for things to be where you have enough time to execute it the correct way, so you're not stressed. No one else is stressed. And sometimes people don't see it like that, so it's like, okay, Camila, step back, be quiet. Whatever they need you to do, just do it. And that's where I'm at now, which is something God told me to do, mute myself, because normally I would just keep going and on to try to get my point across, and I no longer do that. But guys, really what I'm talking about is your purpose. Your purpose. Everybody has a purpose, and don't be afraid to walk in your purpose. My purpose is children. My story is a big purpose, because talking, y'all know I like to do that. I love to talk. But talking, pouring into children, women, and now I realize God has just revealed this to me, and I'm so excited to just help men become better men for the women that they love and their families. God actually poured that into me, I want to say, a couple of weeks ago. I was like, me? Okay, I'm here for it. So just walk in your purpose. And sometimes your purpose might be something that you know you don't have in the moment. Like right now, I'm definitely, I don't have a husband, but I do know the tools that it would take to be a successful husband and a successful wife, now that I am walking in I'm walking down my follow the golden bricks of God. Like, I know what it takes for me to be a successful wife, and I know what it takes to have a successful husband, and how we need to execute those things together. I get more and more clarity and knowledge about it every day and what it looks like. So God has told me that that is also something that I would, that he's going to be training me on, is just helping men become better husbands and fathers to... My dog looking at me like, girl, can you come let me in, please? But better husbands to their wives and fathers to their children. So, and then for me, it's just becoming a better mother. I wouldn't say that I've been a horrible mother, throughout my journey of motherhood. I feel like I've always been pretty good, but I have gotten a lot better since I've built my relationship with God. So that's also some things. So I'm starting to figure out what my purpose is. God is also instructing me just to do different things. Like my cousin is a prophet, and she actually, I talked to her, I think when I first started my journey, I talked to her about it because I was just confused. I was nervous, and I knew that when I would bring people around, she would tell me like, you don't need to be talking to this person. That's a no. Or she would just tell me stuff like no, or about different things, or just tell me different things. So the other day I made a video, and she looked at my video. Well, I went live on Facebook, and she went up under the comments, and she said I needed to write a book, which that's not the first time that I've had that vision of writing a book. And I was like, so God is also revealing that to me, about writing a book. So it's just so many things. And I do, like I said, I have my notebook where I just jot down the different things, and it feels good when I'm able to cross off, when I'm able to highlight what I have accomplished. So, but yeah, just walking your purpose. And I know I wasn't very detailed, but I hope you guys got a little bit of what you needed. And remember, when you are a woman of God or a man of God, because this is not Mom Squad anymore, this is Camila Squad, because I have men, and I'm just so excited. I looked at my chart, and I have a lot of men watching. So thank you, gentlemen, for just allowing me, little old me, to pour into you, right? I really do appreciate that. But I forgot what I was saying, y'all. But I do want to thank my males that are watching, because initially this was just a channel for women, and that's where I was kind of streaming it to be. And now it's like, no, God has a big vision for you to also speak and pour into the man, and I'm here for it. I want to help whoever. And man, I love you guys just as much as I love the ladies that are on my channel and watching me. And just thank you for your support as well. And I want you guys to like my videos. I think I'm going to make a video about liking my videos, because I want to be able to pour into everybody, whoever needs it. And the only way we can do that is by liking the videos, sharing out the videos, doing all of those things, commenting up under the videos, because the more you do that, the more you're in the algorithm. And when you're in the algorithm, it helps put your materials out. But yeah, so I'm going to jump off, my lovelies, and get my work day started. But I had to be obedient this morning and make my video, make my content. I love you guys. And I definitely will see you guys another day this week. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow, but it will be this week. And if you don't have a church home and you're searching for a church home, go to as many churches as you need to and visit. I have a great church home. It's called Set Free Worldwide, and I'm in the Dallas area. But yeah, just y'all are welcome to come and join us. We have to do a friends and family day, so I can give y'all a formal invitation, like for real, like a VIP, to just come and sit in and get a little bit of what I'm getting, because I can't keep all the goodness that come from my church to myself. I can't do that. Like, I have to spread the word, pour it into y'all, let y'all see all this goodness that I be receiving. Like, what has helped me get to where I'm at? You know, where was my soil laid at? Where was it laid at, right? But yeah, so if you don't have a church home, look for one. It may not be mine, but look for one, even if it's something online. A lot of churches do have where you can join and become members online. That's what I did with Potter's House at first. I was just online, and then I started actually going in. So just do your research. If you're somebody who's not comfortable yet going into the Lord's house, but you feel like you want to be going to church, look for online church. You can do that as well. And it will touch you. It will definitely still touch you. You will feel it. It's been days that I've been standing up in front of that TV, like just crying and lifting my hands to God and saying thank you, just like I do at church. At church, it's a different feeling for me. I feel it because of the environment and how my pastors, you know, the way that they pour into it, and we pray and we do all of that, and the Spirit of God is always up in that place, and it's amazing, y'all. It's amazing when you'll know when you at the right church. I'm not gonna even go there by my church right now. I'm just gonna get off of here because I gotta work. I got a lot of stuff to do. I think I got like 3 projects that I have to do at work, and then I got, I think 2 or 3 projects, 3 projects for church too. So I got to get off of here, and I have to also go live on Facebook today because I didn't go yesterday. So I definitely have to go live today, and I'll probably just talk about the same stuff that I talked about here. But I love you guys, and remember, go down God's road because it's always the correct way to go. Even if it takes you a little bit longer to get there, it'll still be a smoother transition. I promise you, God will not steer you the wrong way. I love you, Camila Squad. Everybody have a blessed day, and remember, God is looking and He sees all, and it doesn't matter what man think because God has the overview of everything, and His opinion is what matters. I love you guys.